This easy to install accessory we'll install on our Tesla Model 3 today will unlock over 30 new features and will allow you to have a portable instrument cluster, view your Tesla battery health, degradation, quickly open and close your frunk using the door handle, open and close the charge port using door handle, control your windshield wipers without ever having to fumble through the Tesla menu, activate autopilot without the gear stalk, and so much more. Today we are installing the sexy buttons. But the module does so much more than pressing on this button to control your Tesla. Let's uncover everything today. We got our kit from Enhance. They are the original manufacturers of the sexy buttons that you might have seen reviewed on other channels. This is what the packaging comes with. So you got your actual buttons. In our case, we got 6, the pack of 6. So these are the buttons. They have the white accent outside, but we could also put the black one here. So that is for customization purposes. Maybe this was a special one that they just sent for me, or it comes with the kit, I'm not sure. But here are the buttons, and then inside this packaging, you got your connector to the OBD port, a pry tool, and then the module, the actual unit that operates with Bluetooth. So this is the module that we're going to connect. Now, for the newer cars like 2021 plus Teslas, you got your 26-pin connector like this. But then for older cars like mine it's a 2018 Tesla Model 3, mine has a 20-pin connector. So I'm going to need a smaller one. So make sure to specify that when you're ordering this. You're going to need a small OBD connector. So it comes with that. And then these are the double-sided tape. It has double-sided tape here for these buttons, so you can label this button. You can take this out and then put it on top of the buttons to know what each of those buttons are supposed to do. So there is a lot of the functionality, the main functionalities here, and we're going to cover everything today in this video. To install this unit, you need to reach under the central console from the back passenger seat well. Use a pry tool to remove the outer tab. Then disconnect this OBD plug and connect the new T connector that came with the kit. The space is pretty tight down there, so you might be a bit uncomfortable to reach that plug. Then plug in the Bluetooth module that came with the kit. You'll see some light flashing and the installation is complete. Download the Enhanced Sexy Buttons app. Once your app opens, hit the connect button. It will search and find your module. Then select the module and it will connect. They might have a software update for you, which shows that the manufacturer is always looking for ways to improve this product. To connect the buttons to your app, all you have to do is press on the plus sign on the app and it will tell you to press and hold the button. After a few seconds, the button will be programmed to your car. It will have default setting, but you can always change this and set the button to control various aspects of your Tesla. Now let's walk through the customized features. So when you go to the app and click on any of this, so for example, one of mine says media play. If I click on it, I can reassign that to any of these options that are in the top. So let's do a quick walkthrough of each of those options and what do they do. So on the open menu, there is 3 of them. There is the glove box where you can just press on a button and then the glove box open. This is really useful because I hate having to go through that menu and then click on the glove box every single time. This is really nice. I can just paste this button right here in the glove box and then be able to open the glove box. I can also choose to put this button on the back of the screen if I wanted to hide the button and put it in a discrete place. So that's glove box. We can also do the trunk. So if you have the automatic trunk installed, it will open the trunk all the way through by just pressing the button. If you don't have the automatic trunk and if you have the older Teslas, then it will just pop open the trunk and then you can pull it up. But yeah, the trunk works really, really well. So here for the frunk is the same thing. If you have the automatic frunk installed, all you have to do is press on this button and then it will open the frunk. You can also automatically close the frunk with the automatic frunk installed. If you don't have the automatic frunk installed, then it will just prop open the frunk and then you can manually open it. But it works by just pressing on that button instead of having to go inside the car and then push on the button or using the Tesla app. Acceleration, it can just do a toggle, chill, or sports mode. And one of the things you gotta remember is in the bottom it says note the state change is not visualized on Tesla's main display. So even if you go between chill, sports, whatever you want the button to do, it is not gonna be visible on Tesla's screen. Just keep that in mind. It will work. It will go between those modes, but it won't show on the screen. Then you got the regen braking, and this is one of the biggest thing I have seen, and this is the first time I have seen someone being able to find a product that can alter the regen setting. Because if you go on the main Tesla screen, all you see is the standard and low for the regen braking. You can't change in between. But this one with the buttons, what you can do is you can toggle between 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% is the standard. That is what Tesla calls a standard. But look at that. You have so many options there to set it. Or you can also do a toggle. So up 25% or decrease the regen by 25% down. You can loop up and down. So you can do a lot with the regen braking here. And this is the first time, again, I have seen any product do this. Now going to Autopilot. So you can program the button where you can just do cruise control. So if you press on the button, it'll do a cruise control for you. This is really handy if you want to just leave this button attached on the back of the steering wheel. You can also do Autopilot. So this will just enable the Autopilot on any, if you have the FSD beta, it will enable the FSD beta. If you have the regular Autopilot, the enhanced Autopilot, whatever you have, it will open the Autopilot and it will activate the Autopilot. So you just press the button and the Autopilot is activated. Now here's something called Autopilot Hands On. And what this is saying is that it will enable the Autopilot, and pressing again to adjust the AP speed up and down. You can just press that to increase or decrease the AP, and it says depending on your country's regulation, if you mount the button on the steering wheel, this action will be considered a hands-on wheel and trigger and dismiss the nag. So you shouldn't get the nag if you have this button installed with this feature. It might or might not work. I tried a couple of times, and sometime it worked where there was no nagging for a while, but the nag came back after a while. I have FSD beta, maybe that's why. But again, they put that attention in the bottom that says it's a hands-on feature. You're responsible for your own action. I would not recommend turning off that nagging because it helps you pay attention on the road. Another menu here is the media. So we got volume up, volume down, next song, previous song, play, pause, mute. This is really handy, so you don't have to touch the screen every single time. I mean, you could do some of this, right? Like the volume up, volume down, next song through the scroll wheel buttons on your Tesla. You can also do the play, pause, mute, but it is really helpful to have just a button that does all of this for you on the side. Charge port, again, same deal. You just press on it. You can open and close the charge port. Mirror, you can fold and unfold the mirrors. Pretty straightforward. You can just install this button on the central console or wherever you want it, and then if you press on it, the mirrors will fold and unfold for you. The tilt mirror, this is the feature that is active on Tesla. So when you are reversing, when you go on to reverse, the mirrors kind of tilt, and it shows the bottom to the curve. So it is supposed to help you navigate the curves a little bit better. But if you want to override that feature, then you can just press on the button, set this button to do the tilt mirror, press on it, and then it will deactivate that mirror auto tilt. Same with auto dim. So if you don't want your mirrors to dim automatically, you can override that dim feature by just pressing on the dim. Heated seats. I think this is the biggest feature for this specific application. And what this does is, just toggle front left, front right. That is not a problem. Your Tesla, you can easily do that with the screen. What I am impressed with this feature is the toggle of rear left, rear center, and rear right. And what this does is that you can toggle between different modes of the heating modes for the seats in the back. So now what you can do is you can actually leave those buttons attached to the rear central console and have your rear passengers be able to control their seat heating individually. So you can put 3 of them, and then all 3 of those passengers in the back could just press on the button and toggle between different heating modes. They can turn the heater on and off for their seat. So there is a lot that it does just with those buttons. And they did tell me that for the next module, the climate module, it does the fan speed up, down, turn off, fan speed set to max, defrost. It does a lot of those features, but they did tell me that they are working on a feature where we can now turn off the rear climate control. So I'm really excited for that. So hopefully they figure that out where they can individually control the rear climate control and completely turn that off. So that is climate control for you. One thing to note is that, again, it doesn't show on the Tesla screen what these buttons are doing. So for example, on the climate control, if I set my button to fan speed up, so it is supposed to increase the speed, the fan speed, and it does it, right? Like when I press on the button, it does it, and I'll show you a demo here in just a second, but it does not show that information on the Tesla screen. The fan speed, in my case here, is set to 1, and it still shows as 1, whereas I know that the fan speed increased because I got a lot more air. So here's what it looks like. Now here are the wipers. So that's another annoying feature that I don't like about Teslas. The wiper settings are buried under those menus. You could press on this left stalk wheel and it'll come up where you can change on the screen, but it's still a cumbersome process. So I really like this where I can just install this button on the back of the center screen, and I could get it to do, all these settings. So standard loop, half decrease, half loop, toggle on and off, so I can just turn the wipers on and off. The wipers has to be in auto for this feature to work. I can set it to toggle 3, toggle 4. I can set it to very, very fine-tuned setting, and I could also do return to auto. So what I really like is some of this the loop feature that it has. So half a loop, so it can, so 0.5, so it will go by 0.5. So if in the first time I press it, it goes very slowly. So that's the 0.5 setting, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, and really fast mode at 4. Then when I press on it again, then it goes to auto, and then one more press, it goes to off, and then so on and so on. So it is really, really easy to control your windshield wipers using that feature. Accessibility, just left turn, right turn. You can do yoke left, yoke right, turn on the high beam, yoke high beam, low beam. You can turn on the hazard light by just pressing on the button. So the hazard light will automatically turn on when you press on it. You can activate voice command. I mean, you could easily do that with the right scroll wheel, but there is another option for you if you don't want to press that scroll wheel. You can even do a honk. So short honk, long honk, you can set it to do whatever type of honk you want. Short left turn, short right turn. So there is a lot of features here, and they're constantly improving this and adding, and this looks a lot more compared to what I saw several months ago when I checked out these buttons. They didn't have all of these features there yet, so they're constantly improving it, which is a really good sign. Child lock, you can do the child lock, and then others, there is something called thank you. So when you press on this button, and if it's set to thank you, what it does, it blinks 3 times the hazard light. So just to tell people thank you for letting you go in front of them. I don't know, but it just shows that it's a thank you. And then the interior light, I think this is one of the big thing as well, because right now with Tesla there is no, if you want to just quickly turn those lights on, you have to press on them one at a time to turn those interior lights on, which could be cumbersome. So with this button, all you have to do is press on the button once, and then all 4 of those dome lights will turn on. The interior lights will turn on. So this is a very quick and easy way to do that. Parking brake, again, you can turn on the parking brake. Not really necessary, but you can. And then track mode. So those are all the customized button in the app. And then when you go right here in the top, there's the commander setting. You can set some of those commander settings. So for example, the smart action, frunk left handle, so frunk right handle or left handle. If you press on the handle, just press and hold on the handle, then the frunk will automatically open and close. In my case, there's the door handle logic, there's the charge port rear handle. So if I press and hold on the rear door handle for a little bit, the charge port automatically opens. This might be easier than waiting for the car to wake up, and because sometimes the charge port doesn't open, it takes a little while to control it from the app. So it does that for you. There is a lot of information that you can find in the commander setting. And then this main display right here, this is the setting where you can see the wiper is in auto, and then your fan is in auto here, but you can also see the kW that you're pushing, your speed, your regen braking, your battery capacity. Of course, right now my my app is disconnected here in the demo, but you could see it like the nominal new, nominal full, the energy buffer, degradation. You could see a lot of that information right there, which is really nice because this is connected directly to the Tesla's computer. So you're getting the right stuff by just using this app right here. You can also toggle a lot of this information. So there's the Frunk mode, which is it will show the turn signal indicator in a very big, large area, so you know that you're making that turn. Again, lots and lots of information. If you want me to do a follow-up video going deep dive into each of these settings, please do let me know in the comment section below, and I'm happy to make that video for you. The instrument cluster is very accurate as it is connected to the Tesla computer. You can see speed and other car information directly in your view. By the way, if you're interested in this wireless charger, I have a link down below for you to install. I really like the large turn signal indicator. You can also see things like battery temperature, kilowatts used, and so much more. Overall, I think this is a great product and really easy to install. I do hope they improve the system so that the controls are reflected on the Tesla screen and continuously add more features in the future. Enhanced representative told me they will be attending the Tesla Takeover event next month in California if you are going to be attending. What do you think about this accessory? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, thank you for your continued support. I'll be back again with another Tesla video.